Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I am currently root deep in this fella, so we're gonna do a short little break of a video here. Grab yourself a cold one, cause we're speculating, my friends. Here we go. I'm gonna start it right off the hop. We're gonna get two categories going because next year is a big year. The Peugeot 9X8 is retiring at the end of this year, and next year will be the second year since the release of the McLaren P1 in 1/8 scale. So I'm thinking there's going to be two big LEGO Technic releases this upcoming year, 2026 being. And I'm going to give you a little treat. We're going to start off with the 1/10, the replacement for the Peugeot 9X8. I think it's a guarantee. It's got to be a slam dunk. If this does not come, I will be very surprised. After their long awaited return to endurance racing, they have been absolutely dominating the sport for the last 3 years. If you know what I'm talking about, then this one will come as no surprise. The replacement for the Peugeot 9X8 should and must be the Ferrari 499P. We have got a poly bag of it, but there has been no speed champion of it. LEGO has a great relationship with Ferrari. And like I said before, that car has absolutely been dominating almost everything it goes in. It's sort of surreal. Let me know what you think of that pick. But now we're going to get into the juicy, the meat and potatoes, talking about the 1/8 scale supercar for next year. They do one every 2 years. So 2026, they should have something cooking. And I got some ideas. I started off by having no ideas. Last year was so easy. McLaren P1 was a guarantee. Well, maybe not the P1, but McLaren was a guarantee. This year, not so much. We've done all LEGO's big partners. Bugatti, Porsche, Lamborghini, McLaren, Ferrari. They're all done. So who's next? Let's go down the list and see which ones we can tick off. As mentioned, McLaren, Porsche, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Ferrari, all very unlikely in my opinion. They also don't have many great cars. Maybe the Porsche with the Mission X, or possibly Bugatti, it's been a while. A couple other options that LEGO has at their disposal, Audi and Chevrolet, both of which I think are very unlikely. They don't have anything special enough to hit that $400 or $500 price threshold. Next up, let's talk about Mercedes. Now, LEGO could do the AMG one, but as you can see, the good folks down at CATA here and Bruno Jensen pretty much nailed it. I think we can agree. So I think at best, LEGO can match this, but if not, it would just be a disappointment. So I think Mercedes is out. All right, another interesting one. How about Ford? At first, I thought nothing. But then I think there is one option. I do think it's pretty unlikely, but it would be pretty interesting. That is the Ford GT Mark IV, the new one for 2025 that they just came out with. I believe it's a limited production and I don't think it's road legal. Interesting looking car nonetheless though. That would be kind of neat, but I think it's pretty unlikely. It's very, very niche. So now here we go. I've got 3 options left and I'm gonna go in order from least likely, the bronze tier, up to most likely. That'll be the last one. That'll be my gold tier. Coming in at bronze, the third most likely option, I think LEGO could revisit one of their past 1/8 supercar brands, if you will. I don't think it'll be Porsche. The Mission X being electric would just not be that interesting of a build. I was thinking maybe Ferrari with the F80, but I just don't find it that interesting. But then I thought maybe Bugatti. It's been quite a while since they visited Bugatti, and perhaps something like the last of the W16s, the Mistral, could be cool. Maybe. Well, it's a pretty interesting looking machine. That would be not too bad. I think that'd be interesting, but not enough to grab the top tier of most likely, I wouldn't say. Next up, in the silver spot, you're all thinking it. We've all been thinking it for a while. Koenigsegg. Now, Lego has done a bit here and there with Koenigsegg, not much. They've only done Jesko's, one in Speed Champions, two in that horrid Technic $50, $60 thing. But I could see them going all out on a $500 Technic Koenigsegg Jesko. I think that would be really cool. I think Koenigsegg at this stage, they have mass appeal. They are kind of a poster hypercar. They've got that elite status, you know, they're pinnacles of engineering. They're pretty darn cool. I think that could be a top contender, but it's not enough to take away what I think is the number one most likely Technic 1/8 supercar. But before I get into the number one, I want you to let me know down below what you think the next Technic supercar should be, especially if it's not in this list. I would love to hear it. But with that being said, my number one top slot pick for the 2026 Technic 1/8 supercar, and kudos to you if you guessed this, the Aston Martin Valhalla. This fits everything perfectly. The reason why I didn't put the Koenigsegg Jesko at the top spot is because it's a bit old. And sure, the P1 was a bit old when it came out, but Lego likes to keep things current generally with these 1/8 supercars. I suspect the McLaren thing was just an issue because the W1 wasn't ready for release, but the Aston Martin Valhalla's timing will be pretty much perfect, as units are supposedly going to start shipping end of 2025, which could get pushed to early 2026. It is a limited run production hypercar with only 999 units being made. It does hit that certified hypercar status with a top speed of 217 miles an hour. It's got the looks, it's got the exclusivity, and I think this would give a great opportunity for Lego to do it in a really interesting color that they haven't done before in the 1/8 supercars, and that being a dark green, kind of like a British racing green. I know the Cyan was lime green, but we all know about the color consistency there. The dark green would be so beautiful on a set like this. Oh, with silver wheels, black accents. That would be absolute money. But there you have it. That's what I think is going to shake down next year for the Technic supercar. I'm not 100p on the Valhalla, but I'm like 99.9p on the Ferrari 499p. That is a lot of nines and p's. Anyways, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you stuck around to the end, here's a little sneak peek of what we got working. And it's friggin' awesome. I'll tell you right now, it's awesome. Thank you again so much. Have a fantastic day. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.